I've worked with some of the biggest creators in the world to grow their personal brands. If you're struggling with knowing what to post online, this workshop is for you. We originally recorded it for our clients, but I had to share it with you for free because I believe the world needs what you have to say. In this video, I'll walk you through how to define and grow your personal brand with unique access to our AI tool, the Personal Brand GPT. Next, I'll share you our unique framework for StrateTree and guide you through a live example of how to unlock your content strategy. Enjoy and let me know what you think in the comments. We're looking to improve the GPT over time, so make sure you're subscribed to my newsletter to always have the latest version. So as you can see here, we have a visual of a tree and there's 4 components. So firstly, we have the roots. Now the roots are your core values. So at the foundation, like the roots of a tree, these are deeply embedded and they should nourish everything above them. A good thought exercise of your core values is if somebody was writing the exact same content as you, how would I know that it's your post? So this is what makes you stand out online, and it's really important to take some time to journal and reflect on what your core values are for your personal brand. Next up, the largest part of the tree is of course the trunk. So this is the personal brand statement, and from the roots of the tree grows the trunk. And this is a clear, strong expression of who you are and what you offer online, and that goes for all of the content that you post. Next, coming from the trunk are the branches. So these are your content pillars, and the branches represent the key themes and your areas of expertise that your content will focus on. You can have as many content pillars as you like. If you don't post content too often, you may have a few so you can really focus on them. But as your personal brand grows and expands, so will the branches, and you can change these over time. Coming from the branches are, of course, leads. So these are the topics of content, the categories that you're going to talk about online. So the individual posts like blog content, social media posts, YouTube videos, these all stem from your main themes. They're all connected to the trunk of the tree. And of course, coming through them are your roots, your core values. So now you understand the framework, let's see how the Personal Brand GPT can help bring this to life for you. So the GPT is our way to help you walk through this 4 components of the strategy tree. So you're going to have your core values defined, you're going to have a personal brand statement, which is clear and really resonates with what you want to post about online. You're going to have your content pillars, and with all of this mapped out, you're never going to have to worry about creating content again or knowing what to post about online. So firstly, with your core values, the GPT is going to ask you some reflective questions to help you uncover what truly drives you and why you're different than any other creator out there. Next, we're going to help you create a clear personal brand statement. For so long, I struggled with my unique positioning for our business Amplify, for my newsletter, my LinkedIn, my YouTube channel, and this completely got me unstuck, so I could not recommend it more. So we're going to focus on that trunk of the tree, and it's going to guide to help you define exactly who you are, what you do, and who you serve. And importantly as well, why you do what you do, which is a key part of all of this, getting clear on that. And finally, once we have the core values, the personal brand statement, and the content pillars all lined up, we then can develop specific content ideas. They're going to grow from these pillars, making sure your content's always aligned with your brand. So let's walk through an example of how the GPT works. So I'm going to answer the questions and basically show you it from start to finish. So this is our GPT. I'm going to just do the exercise that it shows you. And yeah, I'm going to show you how simple this is. So to help you know what to write about online, let's figure out what our personal brand should be. So as I've outlined, you can always go back to the GPT and it will show you those 4 steps of the content strategy tree. So the first part of the process is self-discovery. There's some really reflective questions to reflect on the why and to really outline what makes you unique. So you can answer them directly in the GPT. You can type your text here, or if you want, you can copy and paste the questions and just move them to a fresh Google Doc. I'm going to do that just so it's clear, but you can wrestle with the GPT going through the questions one at a time. So I've got a fresh Google Doc here, and I'm going to just begin to answer some of these questions. So what are your core values and how they shape your decisions? So think about the guiding principles that are most important to you, like integrity, creativity, growth, or helping others. So I've put, I believe in collaboration, community, I always want to serve others. I believe in the win-wins of life, that we can all benefit from helping one another. I value connection, being a good person, honesty, teamwork, and the world needs more creativity. To be honest with you, I just said creativity because it was up here. What are you most passionate about? What lights you up and energizes you? Okay, so consider the areas or activities where you feel the most joy and excitement, whether in your work or personal life. I'm not too sure on the personal life stuff right now. I'm interested to see what it says. So I'm going to just put down some personal stuff. Probably going to focus mostly on professional stuff, but I think it's a little bit of who I am here. Okay, so what expertise or skills do you have that set you apart from others in the industry? More than most in our industry, I've seen the behind the scenes of how some leading podcasters and YouTubers operate. I've got unique knowledge working across social media platforms, and I understand on a deeper level how to grow an audience online. I think that's pretty good. Okay, who's your target audience? Who do you want to serve or inspire? So you hear that you need to get defined with your target audience, your ideal customer personas, and I would try, but I'd never get completely clear on this. So I'm really happy that this is one of the questions. So think about the people or groups you want to reach with your content or services who would benefit most from what you offer. I've also spoken here about anyone can benefit from having a personal brand. You can monetize a passion, speak to a global audience, and from that, make money in different ways. How do you want people to feel when they interact with your content? I love this question. So I definitely want people to feel that my tone is friendly, supportive, encouraging, that I'm in their corner. It's important to me that my personality comes through, where I like to think that I'm a good guy and a warm person to be around. Okay, we can go so much deeper. So what I'm going to do is just copy in my answer to these questions, tell ChatGPT that I included its prompts. So what it's done here is already going to come up for you a first version of your personal brand statement. So in the guide, it will do different tutorials, but essentially you can refine it with the GPT. So don't just take its first answer as, given. It may actually be perfect. So let's see what it says for me. So it says, thank you for sharing thoughtful and detailed responses. You're welcome. You've provided a great foundation to shape your personal brand. Let's begin by synthesizing this information and building out a framework. So let's start with the personal brand statement. So according to the Personal Brand GPT, I help founders, business owners, and leaders build strong, authentic personal brands through effective content strategies that grow their audience and drive results, so that they can connect with their ideal target audience and maximize the power of the creator economy. So that sounds pretty unreal, to be honest. It's quite long, so I may see if we can shorten it, and I'll do that in a sec. But that's pretty much spot on with the information that I shared, right? So what's helpful with this is it asks questions, it gets the raw materials out of you. So it just asks you simple questions we can all answer, and then it puts it back into the framework, which is crazy. So number 2, let's move on to the content pillars. So the branches. So now we've identified your brand statement, let's define 3 to 5 content pillars that you're going to focus on with your content. So number 1, the creator economy and personal branding. Number 2, content strategy and audience growth. And number 3, entrepreneurship and the remote work lifestyle. That is literally spot on. That's literally spot on to what my content themes are right now, which is absolutely crazy. And all I did was answer 5 questions, which you're going to answer differently, completely differently to me. Now what it's done here is actually listed content ideas underneath the themes. So they're just a little bit easier for you to understand and to just see how all the information comes together. I love that. So the 4th one is personal development and peak performance. So whilst I wouldn't say I'm at peak performance, it picked up that I'm interested in running, gym, and tennis. So that's incredible. Then collaboration and building a community. So it's definitely sort of stemmed from maybe some of the core values that I was sharing. So as an example, it says stories about win-win partnerships that I formed. So giving examples, that's amazing. Encouraging people to, through their personal brand, give and receive value within their network. So obviously these ideas come from the pillars and then come from the trunk, right? So my trunk includes pretty much personal branding and helping people with their content strategy. So it has given me specific ideas related to my trunk, right? Now it's gone into my tone of voice and personality. So it says that the tone should be friendly, encouraging, honest and transparent, warm and collaborative. Now it's gone above and beyond. Now this is where the GPT is really powerful. We've loaded up all of our content from LinkedIn, newsletters, YouTube videos. We've uploaded transcripts from client calls. So we've been doing this for, as a business, 3 years. I've been doing this for probably 7 years now. And all of this insights we've put into this GPT, right? We could have charged for it, we haven't, but we're going to improve it over time and we'd love to hear your feedback. But it's began to give me essentially next steps on how I can take this information, if I'm happy with it, and actually begin to make content. So talks here about content formats, how to stay consistent and how to grow. Now in the guide, we'll walk you through how to refine this. So what prompts you can do at this stage to just make sure that everything is perfect. It can be made clearer, you can shorten it, and with a little bit of back and forth, you'll have a very clear strategy on how to grow your personal brand. We'll also include advanced strategies on what you can do with this information. So that might be how to use this information to create a LinkedIn headline, a YouTube description, or to understand who are some of the best creators in your niche, what they're posting, and you can even upload their content into this It can analyze, reverse engineer why their content worked, and then make content based on the patterns in their content, and then suggest what content you should create based on the patterns of their content. It's mind-blowing what you can do with this tool. Now it's your turn to use the Personal Brand GPT. It's going to walk you through exactly what to do step by step. You can refer to this video at any time, and you're going to get those 4 components of the content strategy tree outlined for yourself. But of course, building your brand is a journey, and you're going to refine and experiment as things go. Thanks for watching, have fun, and I can't wait to see how you amplify your personal brand.